Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And I'm very pleased to have with us today Jessica Campas, who's the Director of Marketing at SkySwitch. Jessica, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Doug. Excited to be here.
So this is great. We're in the middle of a several part series on SkySwitch's approach to helping the partners grow and succeed in 2025. And so far we've talked to a frontline person in terms of what the experience is and coming on board as a channel partner and what happens afterwards and so on. And today we get to talk to Jessica about what that really means in terms of marketing and the type of resources and assets that are available. So, Jessica, let me just start with sort of broadly speaking, what, as a director of marketing at SkySwitch, what's sort of your point of view of the partners? Like, what do they need and so on?
Yeah, well, it's all about promoting their brand. And that's the first and most basic need that they come to us with is how do we push our brand to our customers in a meaningful way that can help us either launch a business or to be able to not really relaunch, but promote it. They may not have experience with social media marketing or digital marketing. They may be trying to improve on their website. They may be trying to break into a new vertical. And those were all needs that we saw that we wanted to fill. And that's what we're excited to bring to our SkySwitch partners today with our partner marketing campaign kits we'll talk about.
So you know what? I went to so many conferences this year, and in almost every single conference, especially if it was for the partners and MSPs, there was always the session on marketing. And it's like such a challenge to the channel partners. It's not that it can't be done, but it seems to be just a struggle.
It is. And some partners, and I know we were probably at some of the same shows, but some of them have marketing teams and they know the classics. They know what to do. They know how to get their brand out there. But a lot of the people that we spoke to, it's, like a two-man shop or just a couple of people there, and they're working on support tickets and they're installing, and they do not have time to queue up a bunch of social posts to go out or really think about meaningful content on their website to help with their rankings. And having toolkits available to you to help you do that, if you are that two-man team or five-man team, this is a huge value add to them. And we're hearing the same thing, Doug. It's everywhere. It's a common challenge for people who have small teams, but even the marketing teams. I could say as a member of marketing, anytime we deal with a vendor that's got a kit that can help us out or streamline our process even more, that's a value add for us as well. So either way, we're here for you, and we've hopefully got some solutions that'll help out.
So actually, you've kind of pulled all these resources or assets together into like a kit or something. Is that right?
Correct. So for our SkySwitch partners, we have a brandable marketing kit site, and we've grouped our assets into two different categories. We have our core marketing campaign kits, which cover our core products, and it's got logos, it's got product mock-up images, brandable data sheets, all social posts, social media graphics. And we also have vertical campaign kits. And so that's for partners who may want to get specific around healthcare, senior living, education, auto industry. There's a lot of different verticals out there, and they all have different needs. And you have to pitch your product in a way that fits those specific needs. So we have these vertical campaign kits as well to help our partners break into those different industries.
So let's sort of expand on this. You're sort of saying that you're able then as a partner to leverage the resources that are already developed by SkySwitch. You don't have to go out and figure out how to market to a hospital or
exactly. Exactly. And I could say from experience, there's nothing more daunting than just that white sheet of paper and that blinking black line, and you don't know where to start. And that's the whole point of these kits, is that if you're looking to create a data sheet and you're pitching your product to the director of support at a hospital or something like that, and you want to be able to put your brand, your colors, your words, we have those templates already there that have that. So this is a data sheet that's fully editable. You upload your logo, your colors, You can change the copy, you can upload new images, and then you can give that to your prospective customer. Or you could put it on your website to show that you're a leader in that industry and you know the needs that they're looking for. And so that's what these are. These are templatized kits that you can completely edit on your own and make it your brand.
And then you were telling me when we were talking about the run up to this podcast that these resources are like, it's not just there in a big maze, they're curated for you. They've been really picked out.
They are. We do not create these without the support of our engineers and our subject matter experts. We run these by our sales team as well to make sure that we're hitting all the meaningful spots. Like when they're on demos with partners, what are the questions that, like talking about healthcare still, if we're still using our hospital analogy, what are their needs? What do they need? And then we create the assets around that. So that's curated, not only vertical specific, but also product specific. If we're talking about a call center option or contact center option, we want to make sure that those features speak to the people who are buying. And again, it's all editable. So if you're finding or hearing certain words or terms that speak to the audience that you're speaking to, you can go in and edit those bullets if you want. That's the beauty of this, is that it is customizable and that it's brandable, most importantly.
And let's just as we pause here for a minute, come back to some of the themes we've been developing in the rest of this podcast series. So many people forget sometimes that a channel partner or MSP, their goal is to develop enough equity in the company or in their own brand that maybe one day they might be able to exit by selling the company.
Yes, absolutely. And there's no better way to do that than to have assets that have your brand and your tone and your images right there. It's meaningful to be able to build that up and to be able to always change it. With something being editable, you can change it at any point, whether a new feature is developed or if you want to feature a certain person at your company. Even you can have your team at the bottom and make it really personal. That's a fun touch we've seen some people do, and it helps increase your company's equity. And like you said, we all want to retire someday, right? Whether we're handing that down to another generation or whether we're selling it to the best bidder, these assets will help increase that value for you.
So, Jessica, what about if a situation arises where I'm really going after a specific account or a specific type of account, and I just don't see the assets there for me?
Well, you can let us know and we'll create it. I mean, there's a lot of the assets that are in the partner marketing kits that were not there originally. I mean, we had someone call us saying, hey, I'm going to a trade show and I am trying to create a pop-up banner and I've never done that before and I don't know how to fill the space in a smart way. Could you help us out? And that's something that, we got with our designer in-house and created a template and gave it to that partner, and then realized, hey, there's probably some more partners out there that might want something that is a template for a pop-up banner that you can get printed at the local office place. So there's those assets that we've created. And I mean, as well as I do, this industry is changing all the time. So we're constantly updating and coming out with new templates and adding new features and, new captions, the whole thing.
And so you're also like leveraging, just as in this case, someone else had to go to a trade show. Now there's the materials there for you to go to a trade show.
Yeah. The need of the one helps the need of the many in that in that case, I guess you could say.
There's probably a certain amount of there always is in the partner community skepticism about, okay, they're giving me some marketing materials, but will it really work?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. And is it just the marketing fluff like you and I've spoken about before? And is this going to be meaningful to the person that's making a decision? And
Right.
That's something that, I mean, if we're going to create anything that our partners are going to use for the sake of their brand, we're going to make sure that it's done in an intellectual way. And that's what I said, a little earlier when I was talking about we always consult our engineers for product specific assets. We talk to our subject matter experts and our sales team who's actually demoing and talking to those decision makers when we're creating vertical assets. So that way we know that it is a smart document that, like we said, it's created 95% of the way there. All you have to do is throw in your logo, throw in your colors, change an image if you want, and that's it. You have a smart document that is going to be meaningful to a decision maker that you can put your logo on in 10 minutes, print it off and hand it to them, or send it to them in an email.
So it's compelling, but you're not making crazy promises or things that technicians or technical people would know is inaccurate.
Correct. Everything in there is factual, and it's been created that way.
Now, is all of this available to every partner?
It is, yes. As soon as you become a SkySwitch partner, this is part of the love that we give you when you come on board. We also do quarterly onboarding marketing webinars where we go through these exact things. We demo the campaign kits and we show you how to create an asset. The one we did last quarter, Doug, we messaged in chat to the partners that were in attendance, the new partners. I was like, hey, can you send me a logo and we'll create a document for you right there. And so this one lady, she sent her company logo and it was a transparent file. It was perfect. And we created a data sheet for our contact center solution for her right there, put it as her brandable colors, and then afterwards was able to give it to her and she could change it more if she wanted to. But we just wanted to show people how easy it is to use these templates. You do not have to be a marketing person in order to make a very convincing document. And we love doing it. It's fun for us.
So Jessica, I really want to thank you for joining us today and walking me through the different curated assets and programming that's available to help people do marketing. It's a real challenge, but it sounds like, you can really be successful. You can learn from others. You can leverage these assets, and you can even get customized information and assets for different things that you're wanting to do. Where can we learn more about this program?
Yeah, check out skyswitch.com and navigate to the marketing assets page to learn more if you're new. If you're already a SkySwitch partner, you can always contact your account manager and they can help you out too.
Well, this is great. I hope everyone has enjoyed this podcast and also will stick with us for this entire podcast series where we look forward to 2025 and SkySwitch's ideas on how to grow your MSP channel partner company. But for now, Jessica, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.